Hey guys, and happy Wednesday. So for today I have 4 projects for you. The first one is pretty simple. I found a bunch of these signs at the Dollar Tree and they were a quarter. So I got like 11 or 12 of them. The burlap piece comes off pretty simple and I was able to kind of clean the glue off really quickly, so that was great. I'm going to go ahead and put that burlap piece to the side to use for later. And then I went to my Cricut, printed out this vinyl that says, spoiler alert, the tomb was empty, Luke 24:24. And I just went ahead and I put the vinyl onto the sign. And I just liked the shiplap look of the sign. And I just thought it'd be perfect just to kind of do, something simple like this. But these signs are so versatile. You can use them for so many different things. But I just chose to make another sign out of it for this one. So I went ahead, put the vinyl onto the sign, and I'm not going to show you me doing the whole thing, but here it is once it's done. And then I'm going to take this purple, I don't know, it's like an organza ribbon or something like that. I got it from the Dollar Tree, and it's very sheer and really light. And I just went ahead and I'm going to use that as a hanger. And all I'm going to do is just make 2 little knots on the back just to hold it in place. And I just realized now that I did not take the sticker off the back of the sign, but I'll go ahead and take it off later. It's not a big deal because it's going to be on the back and you're not going to see it anyway. So it's not a big deal. But once I put the hanger on there, this one was done. And this is what it looks like hanging in my bedroom. So then for project number 2, another really simple one, I'm going to be using the rest of the burlap sign and this little, I don't know if it's a pillow or a sign, but it's a little bunny and it has some filler in it. So, and it has a hanger. So I'm not really sure what the whole deal with that one was. But I tried using my Fiskars rotary cutter. This thing did not work, and I'm not really sure why it wasn't working. It was sharp and it just wouldn't cut. It wouldn't do anything. So I went for my trusty Old Faithful from Dollar Tree. This rotary cutter has worked every time I've tried to use it, and I love it. So I recommend it. I have like 3 of them. Anyway, so I'm going to put the rest of that sign to the side, and I'm going to use the part that says he is risen. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the bottom of this pillow sign thingy, and it is sewn together, but all you have to do is just kind of go through, cut off the thread, and I just put an opening on the bottom because I'm actually going to turn this into an actual pillow. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some more filler in there and make it nice and full. And this is just some pillow stuffing that I had from, I think I got it at Walmart a couple years ago, and it was like a big bag for maybe $3. I can't remember. And I don't sew, so I'm just going to take some hot glue and close the bottom of this. But obviously, if you wanted to, you could sew it or just do it my way and just put some glue on there. And this is just regular hot glue. It's not fabric glue or anything like that. I'm just going to go through and kind of clean off any of the loose threads or anything like that. And then I'm going to take the little burlap part of it and put it on the bottom here, kind of like the bunny is holding a sign that says he is risen. But I didn't like the way that it looked as a rectangle, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut around the letters and kind of just give it a nicer shape. And I like that a lot better. And then I'm just going to hot glue it on there. And that's it. I mean, nothing spectacular, but I thought it was really cute. And it's going to look cute either on my couch or on my bed. Not really sure where I'm going to put it yet, but I thought it was cute. So I went ahead, hot glued that on there, and that was it. I mean, literally, that was how simple it was. And obviously, if you don't have, those signs with that burlap on it, you can make an actual sign with a piece of wood and put it on there, or just another piece of burlap and, stencil something on there. Whatever you want to do. And this is what it looks like after it's done. And I think it's really cute. So today I am part of a Easter hop. It is the He is Risen Easter hop, and it is hosted by myself and Becky over at Simply Becky DIY, and we are joined by 6 other amazing creators. So the next person that you're going to go watch is going to be posted in my description box, and it's going to say something like head on over to, and you're just going to click that link and head on over to the next person and do that on every video so that you can complete the hop. And be sure to comment and answer the question on everybody's channel or everybody's video to be entered into the $150 gift card giveaway that is going to be included in this hop. And this hop is just, like I said, the He is Risen hop. And we just want to inspire somebody and touch somebody's life to remember why we celebrate Easter. So for project number 3, we are going to be using this wood stake that I got from Dollar General. And actually I got 2 of them. And they're about 3 feet long. So I needed 2 of them, and I cut 2 pieces off of one, and then I left the other one, complete. And I'm going to go ahead and use this espresso stain, and I'm going to stain all 3 pieces. And I'm also going to be staining 2 other pieces that I'm going to be using in my next project, just because I already had the stain out and it just made sense to do them all at one time. So I'm just going to go ahead and stain all of these pieces. And this is the way that I stain. I take a glove and take a sock and just stain everything that way. It just makes it a lot easier rather than trying to get a towel or a rag and wipe it and clean it. I mean, it's just easier this way. So anyway, once I was done doing that, I'm going to take the 2 shorter pieces and I am going to glue them with some wood glue and some hot glue. And then I'm also going to staple the 3 pieces together to make a cross. And this is going to be a cross, like a stake that's going to go outside. When I show you the picture, it's not outside, but that's because when I recorded this, it was nighttime, so I couldn't take it outside and take a picture. So then I'm just going to go ahead and staple each one of them together, and this is what it looks like once that part is done. Then I have this purple, it's a t-shirt that I've used in a different project, and I got it from the Dollar Tree, and it's just like a kid's t-shirt. I'm just going to cut a strip of it off. And I don't know, I just kind of cut a piece that was long. I didn't measure it or anything like that. I just took the whole length of the t-shirt and cut a strip of it off. And then I cut the arm off of it. And then once I was done cutting this piece off, I went ahead, opened it up, and then I cut another slit in the shirt to kind of just make it one long strip. And I'm just going to be using this to drape over the cross. And I love it. Purple obviously is my favorite color, but it's also the color of royalty, and it's the color, that they use to drape over Jesus. And I just had this extra purple. I was going to use some ribbon or something, but I saw this sitting in my little basket, and I just went ahead and used that. And this is what it looks like once it's all done. And like I said, it's going to be outside. It's not going to be inside. So for project number 4, I had these 2 Easter signs that I had already put together. I was going to use them for a different project, but I ended up going a different route. So I just reused them for this project. And this is where those 2 little wood pieces are going to go on the sides there. And off camera, I had cut a piece of foam board. It's from the Dollar Tree, and I made it look like a tomb. It's kind of janky, but nonetheless, this is what I came up with. And then I'm going to get some of this spackle from the Dollar Tree and a little plate or bowl or whatever. Now, there was probably, excuse me, a much easier way to do this, but I had already started and I'm committed now. So I took some spackle, put it into the plate, and then I'm going to take some of this brown coffee bean or vanilla bean paint, and I'm going to add a little bit of that to the spackle along with some of this plaid, I think it's desert sand. I don't know what I was showing you because you couldn't see it, but I think it's called desert sand, and it's the flexible paint. So I just went ahead and added a little bit of that. And this is where, in my mind, it worked out better than it actually did. I should have just gotten like a skewer or a popsicle stick and mixed this stuff up. But again, I was committed, so I just went ahead and kept going with my hands. It was a mess and it was horrible. But like I said, I had already started, so I just kind of kept up with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the spackle on top of the foam piece, and I did hot glue the foam piece to the sign. I lost a little bit of footage here. My phone's been acting kind of crazy, and this is your question for the giveaway. So go ahead and make sure you answer that in the comments down below in order to be entered into the giveaway. And then what I'm going to do is just going to keep putting this spackle on here, and I'm just going to keep kind of layering it until it looks the way that I want it to look. And there's no, right or wrong, no rhyme or reason. I was just putting it on there just to give it the look of an actual, rock or tomb. And I think it came out great. It was, like I said, it was really messy. And obviously you could use clay, or you don't even have to do this. You could just cut the piece of foam board, or if you're a good artist, you can draw a tomb on there. But I just went this route. And then I did the same thing to the door, the rock that was in front of the tomb that they rolled away. And I went ahead and spackled that. And then I just took a piece of this skewer, cut like the tip of it off. Then I hot glued the front of the tomb onto the tomb. This is so confusing. I hot glued the rock that's in front of the tomb onto the tomb. And then I took the skewer and just kind of stuck it in there just to make sure that it stayed in place, just because, the spackle was still kind of wet and I didn't want it to fall. So I just went ahead, took that skewer and put it through there and just kind of fix it up. And I took my heat gun just to speed up the drying process. And it doesn't look like much now, and it doesn't do it justice on camera. It looks a little bit worse than it does in person. But nonetheless, it's supposed to be a rock. So, what rock is, what tomb looks clean and put together. Anyway, so I just went ahead, kind of cleaned up any of the mess that was on there. And then I went ahead and I moved on to the next step. So I had this little this little galvanized cross that I got from Hobby Lobby a few weeks ago. And these are little napkin rings, and I think they look like the crown of thorns. So I just went ahead and that's what I'm using it as. So I lined those up, kind of made them, put them where I wanted them to be. And then I printed this, from my Cricut machine. It says a lot can happen in 3 days. And I went ahead off camera and put the wording on the vinyl onto the sign. And now I'm just going to be gluing all the pieces, or not all. There's only 2 pieces. Actually, there's more. Anyway, so I'm going to just glue the pieces onto the sign. So I start off with the crown, and then I move to the cross, and I just use my Gorilla Glue glue sticks, and those, like I say all the time, work great for me. I've been using them forever, and I love them. Not sponsored. I really love using those glue sticks. So then once I get those pieces on there, I'm just going to go ahead and glue the wood pieces onto the side. And again, these are the pieces that I stained earlier. And I'm just going to glue those to each side of the sign just to kind of give it a little bit more, give it a little bit of a better look, more finished look. And that is all I did for this, guys. I forgot to include like the hanger on the back of this, which I'll add later. And I'll also finish the back of the sign. I ran out of my brown craft paper, so the back of it is just kind of open right now, but I'll fix that. And that is it, guys. This is how it looks. I hope you got some inspiration. I hope somebody was touched and blessed. And we remember the real reason we celebrate. Till next time, be blessed and be the reason someone smiles. Bye.